Galactic Federation Update, February 11, 2014. 2 carbon, 0 Zach, 10 carbon. Dratzo. The reality that you inhabit is swiftly shifting. The Dark Cabal realizes that its last days of control are upon it. The vast degree of daily manipulation by its subsidized media is no longer working. The major banks that this cabal operates are in crisis and a critical point is being reached. Their numerous delays can no longer affect a firm order of transformation and it is about to run them over. These scalawags have been eating at the trough of their ill-gotten gains, and their vile acts are ready to take them down. The present currency system is no longer viable and desperately needs revision. In addition, world banking and finance needs new regulation. An international monetary collapse approaches. Measures are in effect to correct this. The time for all this is near. The outcome will start a rapid deterioration of this nest of greedy vipers. World finances are in literal chaos and the current status of most surface humans is now in great jeopardy. Our several groups of earthly associates are working diligently to remedy this most precarious position. The keys are based upon a global currency reset and its ties to hard currency depositories and new banking regulations. These operations need first to drain the cabal of its vast influence, and to force upon its numerous banking institutions new rules of procedures that negate their many irregularities. This process will force those governments that the cabal runs to acknowledge new masters. These new masters, our earthly associates, fully intend to rouse the dark from its perches, and arrest them. Doing this is to allow the light to safely give our charges the prosperity and protection they are to require. The Dark Cabal is fighting tooth and claw and sees clearly that their delays are at an end. We ask you to clearly intend that these most needed events materialize now. An imbalance favoring us is taking place. Together, let us bring this most sorry tale to a welcome conclusion. Those who serve the light on your world have these rapscallions by the neck. The time for change is now. We have made concrete agreements with many on your globe who serve the justice and military elements of your governments. These brave and thoughtful individuals are ready to act and finalize what we are enabling. The light has previously been this close and been unable to close the deal. The present task is to take former actions as a prototype to prevent any more grievous acts of unkindness by the Dark's immoral leadership. Take this moment and intend for a most positive outcome. The Light's forces are ready to act and wish a united showing of your moral and spiritual support. Come together and show this support in your enthusiastic ways. We are moving swiftly to cut off the greed that has delayed actions that will clearly transform the nature of how your global society distributes its wealth. Many ancient societies dedicated to the mission of your ascended masters are ready to quash the dark by exposing its grand financial deficiencies. The time is indeed ripe for change. We come now to the crux of this message. Long ago, a great land turned to the dark and the ensuing greed led to its destruction. Ever since the day of chaos, you have been at the mercy of an ensemble of dark scavengers who wish to forever retain authority. The moment exists for their ill-gotten rule to cease. The result of this event is to be your formal liberation from a state of consciousness that brought your slavery, disaster and death. This ruinous environment is to be transformed. You are to meet your ancestral family and greet your spiritual relatives. The physical veil that surrounds you will lift, just as the primal amnesia will fade away. These actions will permit you to enter into agreements to forge a new star nation and introduce us to you. In this new reality, you will regain your sovereignty and truly learn how physicality and heaven can work together to unfold the Creator's divine plan. These events will catapult you into a new realm filled with new responsibilities. Namaste. We are your ascended masters. We come at a most critical time in our undertakings. Those who we have instructed for centuries are working diligently to squeeze the dark ones and force them to finally open the door to your prosperity. Heaven operates by a number of very moral rules. Using these rules and certain techniques that these blessed ones advised us on, we have reached the start of a special period that will cause them at the appropriate time to relent. Hence, we are operating at a certain level of intent. We call upon you to support this by using your concerted and concentrated light on our behalf. Use joint meditations and prayer to aid us in our endeavors. We are in essence all one. We gather now to press the dark and part it like the Red Sea. Let the flow of prosperity begin and let the new reality manifest. Together we are blessed children. Invincible. What is ready to happen is a charge toward new governance. Over 2 centuries ago, a document was written that was meant to fire up a revolution and set the energies for its success. This revolution in human liberties and sovereignty was temporarily waylaid by the dark. Together, we are to march in full intention to the very heart of this miasma and dismiss it from this realm. This valiant act requires your grateful participation. Many others are taking special actions that are just the prelude for what is to follow. This final event needs your full and unencumbered approval. Be ready. Participate and joyously add your most welcomed energies to this blessed mix. We solemnly act in the name of the Almighty and in the name of all humanity. This realm is christened by the light and taken into a land filled with joy, prosperity and a God-given sovereignty for all. What lies ahead is a final journey back to the immortality, not only of your soul, but also the liberty of your land and the wisdom to understand the very nature of divine light. This sacred flame will purify us all as we return as a united group of souls to the duties given us when we first landed on this most precious orb. We are to rejoin our sacred brethren and together form a new nation in the stars of this galaxy. Divine purpose is now to be known and exercised. The reign by the dark is done. We are carefully and morally transforming the dark's rule. The time for all this is indeed upon us. Judge this not by the dark's imposed sense of reality, but by heaven's. As we enter this sacred window, let us know in our true hearts that we are not alone and that a most magnificent world is manifesting. Hallelujah! 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 Today, we brought you some more information about this time. We do this to ask your assistance. Meditate in your love and light. Use your wondrous intent. Send it in love to us and to all of humanity. Let Gaia feel this love and see this great light. We leave you in joy and in the everlasting spirit of the Almighty. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya, Syrian for B1. And be in joy. Channeled by Sheldon Neidl. www.paoweb.com